right, y'all. Rickey Smiley, the morning show. 4 minutes after the hour. Y'all, Fred Hammond, Pastor Haynes. Good morning.
Good morning, Rickey Smiley. Are you ready, man?
Are you ready? I know you got a good word this morning, Pastor Haynes.
Thank you so much, Rick, for this, because this song lets us know that, let's be real, the troubles and trials of life have a way of getting us down and assaulting our mental health to the point where you find yourself discouraged. That's why someone said that discouragement is the common cold of human emotions. All of us get down. The troubles and trials of life will get you down, but this song says, here's what you do. If you want to give what? New strength to your mental health. If you want to experience, here it is, strength to deal with the trials and troubles of the day. Here's what you do. Go ahead and alter your atmosphere internally by getting your praise on of the God who is eternal. That's what I'm trying to say. And that is, when you praise God in spite of how you feel. Praise God in spite of what life is doing to you. Praise God in spite of the setbacks, the suffering, the sorrow. Praise God anyhow. When you learn to praise God anyhow, this song says you are getting ready for what God is about to do. You're getting ready for that which is miraculous. You're getting ready for something that's going to happen in your life that only God can do. So the question is, are you ready? How do you get ready? When you get ready, you find yourself in a posture of praise. When you are ready, you find yourself praising God. Well, how do I praise God? I praise God when I think about what God has already done. Every now and then, if you want to get your praise on, just remember what God has already seen you through, brought you through, what doors God has already opened up for you. You're positioned to praise when you look back and remember what God has already done. And guess what? When you look back, then you can get ready for what God is about to do in front of you. I love that. God is so good that God has already blessed you. But since God has already blessed you, that means you can get ready for what God is about to do. So go ahead, get your praise on. Get ready for the miracle. Get ready for the blessing. Get ready for the doors that God is about to open. But you have to have the posture of praise that gets you ready for what God already has in store for you. Are you ready for your blessing? Are you ready for your miracle? Go ahead, get your praise on.
Man, ladies and gentlemen, the senior pastor of Friendship West Missionary Baptist Church, Dallas, Texas, Pastor Frederick Douglass Haynes. Pastor Haynes, let everybody know how you can be reached and how can they follow you.
Hey, thank you, Rickey Smiley. You can follow me on social media. I'm on Twitter and Instagram at FH Unscripted. I'm on Facebook, Frederick D. Haynes, and my YouTube channel is Frederick Haynes.
Pastor Haynes, send me a cash app so I can pay my tithes.
Man, I got to do that right away. Yes, sir.
All right. Love you, Pastor Haynes.
Love you, Rickey. Thank you, man.
News headlines.
Entertainment. Sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
It was being brought to you by America's Best. That's right, y'all. Front page news is brought to you by America's Best. Don't overpay for eyewear. Make sure you visit America's Best and get 2 pairs and a free exam for just $69.95. It's not just a better deal. It's America's Best. Got your front page. Eva, good morning.
Good morning, Rickey. Good morning, everyone, and happy Thursday. I'm your girl, Eva Marcel, here with a quick look at your front page news. So yesterday, the CDC urged all pregnant women to get vaccinated against COVID-19. Only about 23% of pregnant women in the U.S. have gotten at least 1 dose. Meanwhile, the FDA is updating its emergency use authorization for the Pfizer and the Moderna vaccines to let people with compromised immune systems get a 3rd dose. Now, in other news, a 40-year-old California man was charged yesterday with killing his 2 children over QAnon and Illuminati conspiracy theories. Officials say the man believed that his wife had passed down the lizard DNA or lizard gene to them and were going to grow into monsters.
Damn.
All right. Now, and a quick update about the census. The final 2020 census data will be set to be released today. And in international news, the Taliban has taken control of 2/3 of the country of Afghanistan, but President Biden is not reversing his decision to remove all troops by the end of the month.
I just don't understand that Eva, because that means, Special K, that means that 20 years over there in Afghanistan for nothing, and I know they're doing some airstrikes and whatever, but I would have probably rotate troops in and out of there to protect Kabul and some of those other main points, because they've taken over the airport. You can't get people or supplies in and out. They're taking over the girls' school. They don't want women to be educated, and it's 20 years for nothing.
But that's what people were warning. That's what all the controversy was about when Bush went over there in the first place, was that there's no credible exit plan. There's no way for this thing to ever end right. So so that's why people were so upset about it at the time. But you live and learn, and now we're learning.
Yeah, it's a hard lesson. All right, that was a quick look at your front page news. For more, go ahead and log on to the RickeySmileyMorningShow.com. Rock T, the sports genius. What's going on in sports?
That's what they call me there, Eva. Let's talk about Steph Curry, man. He signs a 5-year contract extension with the Golden State Warriors. First player in NBA history to sign 2 $200 million contracts, man. He says, listen, Golden State is my home, and he's excited about the future, man, to rebuild back to championship status. In the meantime, former NBA star Isaiah Thomas dropped 81 points in a pro-amateur game this past weekend. The reason why this story is very relevant, the crowd gave him a big standing ovation. He got very emotional, started to tear up a little bit. He mentioned on Twitter that, listen, man, the world gave up on me when I was in my down point in my life, so it just feels good to be appreciated, man. He's 32 years old. He still got a couple years left in the tank, so I'm hoping the NBA team.
I thought you talking about the old Isaiah.
My Detroit Pistons.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm like,
I said 81 points.
Ain't he like 60?
Hey, he probably can drop that in.
Get your ass off the radio with them fake sports.
Isaiah Thomas probably can drop 80, man, in one of them pro-am tournaments, man. Shoot.
Yeah, you got to clarify that.
He had them tight shorts on, dropping them.
Yes, he did.
Him and Microwave had them Daisy Dukes on. They killed them. Bad boys.
The bad boys, baby. Come on now. That's who made Michael Jordan right there, Jack.
Yes, sir.
That's all I got right there. Gary with the T. What's up there, Pippin?
All right, y'all. Everybody's, just surrounding y'all Tisha Campbell, the star from Martin. They're saying that Tisha Campbell said she thought her husband was walking down the aisle at a Ralph's store the other day, but it was a big black bear, honey. Now they're saying y'all that Tisha Campbell and some other shoppers at a Ralph's grocery store in Porter Ranch, California were met with a shocking sight when a bear wandered into the building. They say footage posted by the Martin alum, honey, said she put on Instagram y'all that the animal walking down an aisle at the supermarket. Now they say several store employees.
Gina.
That's what she said, Ricky. She said that was no damn puppy. They say several store employees were seen, honey, keeping their distance from the creature as it explored the surroundings. Man, damn, there ain't no puppy. They say Tisha Campbell, honey, said, why are all these animals drawn to me right now? She said, I don't understand it, honey. But nevertheless, y'all, they're saying, y'all, that the doggone bear, honey, just got in. They said the bear was just looking for some food and something to drink, and nobody gave it nothing, so it decided to go in the grocery store.
The bear went straight and got straight to that damn kind of got them damn Nature Valley bars.
They said the California Department of Fish and Wildlife, honey, spokesman Tim Daly tells the people that no injuries were reported in the incident. Now, they say the 125-pound male bear, who authorities assume was the same creature that was inside the supermarket, was spotted later that.
So they called the police, but for the black bear, they called it? The Department of who?
The Department of Fish, baby, and Wildlife.
Gary, can you call Tisha, get her on the phone?
Yes, I'm going to call her. As soon as we got to talk to her. We got to talk to her. And see, baby. But anyway, everybody was all right, John. And Tisha was all right. But, baby, when this girl got to her car, she started cursing. Honey. She cursed up a storm about that bear, baby. But I'm happy that she's okay. So, girl, I guess the bears go to the store, honey, in California, honey.
And then he left that store and went to Walmart, Gary.
And went to Walmart, baby. They found that girl in the parking lot at Walmart, honey. The people tagged the Department of for fish and wildlife, honey.
Only place where you can what, Kay?
Hey, man, it's the only place where you can do all your shopping in one trip. Get everything you need. Boy, you can go to the hair salon, get you a washing set, go to the nail shop, get your fingernails done, get your manicure and pedicure, take pictures of the kids, get your eyes checked, pick up your prescription, stop by the bank, cash your check, pick up a Western Union, pay your light bill, do your taxes, get you some McDonald's or Subway on the way out.
Get it out. The cologne today, y'all. It's keto on the high end, on the low end, say tan. That's your cologne for today. Brad, what you got coming up in the hot spot?
Oh, man. Coming up next in the hot spot, Meg Thee Stallion is leading the MTV VMA nominations. I'm going to tell you all about it up next. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning.
Hot spot. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot
and it's hot.
Catch me at the hot spot. It's a BR18.
All right, Rick's Morning Morning Show. It's the bottom of the hour. This segment's being brought to you by Capital One Shopping. That's right, Capital One Shopping searches for and applies available coupon codes. What's in your wallet? Savings and available coupons vary. Brad, good morning.
Good morning, Richard. How are you?
I'm blessed. How are you?
I'm blessed and oily favored. I'm your girl, Brad Tat Tat, and this is the hot spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it, y'all. Keisha Cole has announced her mother, Frankie Lon's funeral. Frankie passed away of an alleged overdose on her 61st birthday. Keisha wrote, if you all want to send flowers for Mommy's homegoing celebration this Saturday, 1 p.m. to 3 p.m., Greater St. John Missionary Baptist Church on Market Street in Oakland, California. She added there will be a dove and butterfly release directly after service if you guys want to come participate. She also added, please send my sis Lalit Noel your get well wishes. Please, COVID prolonged this service, but my mother's wish was to have all of her children in one place at one time. So we're trying to make this happen. I would love to see all my siblings there. She then tagged all of her siblings on social media. That was very, very sweet of her.
Oh, yeah, she's really taking a leadership role, being classy, respecting her mother's wishes. And it's like, okay, I just want to do this the right way. I don't want no I just want this to be, because it's already hard. You know what I mean? It's already hard.
And then we hear reports already that the brother was upset or there was something going on. I'm really glad she's taking the initiative to just handle this and bring everybody together. That's amazing. That's what's up. Kudos to her for that. All right, y'all, moving on. Kanye West reportedly got 5.4 million viewers on Apple Music for his second Donda listening event. He racked up 3.3 million viewers for his initial Donda listening event. Meanwhile, he also made $7 million in revenue from in-person sales of the Donda merchandise. Now, meanwhile, the event provided COVID-19 vaccinations for people who hadn't already got the shot, and only 4 out of 40,000 got the shot. Wow. All right, moving on. Meg Thee Stallion lead the nominees for the 2021 MTV Video Music Awards. She leads with 6 nominations, including Artist of the Year against Doja Cat and also Video of the Year with Cardi B for WAP. Fans can vote on MTV.com, and the event will take place September 12th in New York City. Oh, last but not least, let me tell you about this real quick. Kanye West has been accused of stealing an up-and-coming designer's logo for his Donda merch. So the designer, who is affiliated with the up-and-coming Infinity guys, took to Instagram to accuse Kanye of stealing, saying, to see all that thought-out hard work and dedication put into my brand, and then to see someone disrespectfully copy it with no credit given is sickening. And then not just anybody, but Kanye West, someone with so much money and so much power. Yet this proves he is indeed beneath us. He is indeed beneath us. I'm sure these types of situations happen often, but definitely this time it hit home for me. Oh, wow. Wow. Y'all got to check out the picture. They're saying something about all the hard work and dedication. It's a star with something in the middle of it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know how hard that was to draw, but maybe, I guess.
I think maybe Kanye
the
slightly
thing is that
it.
one day after giving that merchandise to Kanye, he had taken it, changed out the middle logo and put a cross in there and then made that his merchandise. So he had literally just invited him to receive gifts from him only to flip it to his merchandise.
Oh, snap.
It's like a star with a symbol in the middle, right? But Kanye put a star with a cross in the middle.
Yes, but he had it developed the day after he received that one from him.
Oh, wow.
So it's just really bizarre that it's very identical outside of the cross.
Lord have mercy. We're going to keep everybody lifted in prayer like Gary would say.
Yes,
and we're going to wrap up the hot spot right there. And coming up next, we got Special K with the news that you absolutely positively cannot use. And want y'all hit us up for them wake-up calls at 8669-RICKEY. That's 8669-RICKEY. The time now is 26 minutes before the top of the hour. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
I believe him, yo. I don't know why, but I do.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 12 before the top of the hour. It is about that time. Special K got news you positively, absolutely cannot use. What up, man?
Man, today is a crazy day in America, I tell you. Now, Ricky, you jokingly made mention of this earlier in the week a couple of times, but now, man, your jokes seem to have morphed into reality. And it regards this whole controversy just swirling around the baby. Now, as we know, the baby is a rapper from from North Carolina, and angry activists from the LGBTQ community have, they've allowed their anger at this North Carolina rapper to boil over. Now, you know, it started a couple of weeks ago, and he made some comments that were taken, in offense by some things he said on stage, and now Ricky is taken on a whole nother level. As some of the older members of the LGBTQ community don't fully understand who the baby is, they've started protests, literal protests, at hospital maternity wards, preschool daycare centers, play areas in malls, Chuck E. Cheese birthday parties, and are even planning protests against mall centers to not allow babies to sit in their laps during the upcoming Christmas season.
They're taking it out on all the babies.
Now there's even word of lawsuits against babies on the baby food jar, the Pampers, and the Huggy Box, and they protested makers of infant car seats, saying that they don't deserve protection.
So I saw Eva's son, Lil Mike, running through the mall for his life. I'm like, where's your mom?
They're saying that they even want to stop the sale of baby car seats, that, the babies need to just sit on the regular seat belt and take their chances.
Even Lil Mike be up under the bed, sleep, he's scared. You and your husband have to comfort y'all son. They at their ass. They gonna suffer behind this.
Some of the younger people in the movement are trying to get the older ones to understand that it's not.
It's not that baby.
It's not all baby. It's really just one guy, and he's an adult. But it's taking on a life of its own. Man. So we're just gonna hope that this thing gets under control somehow, and that some of the younger members get to the older members, because hospitals are reporting, that it's really disturbing to see, a lot of the older members. All right, so next there's a bizarre press release this morning. That's so stupid. A bizarre press release this morning from the Office of God. It just says, from the Office of God. Now, I want to listen up for the people in Atlanta. This morning at 7 a.m., spokesperson for God is announcing that starting this Friday, heaven is placing a 60-day hold on all black dudes arriving from Atlanta because he's concerned about the rising violent crime rate behind the pearly gates.
You don't want to let them in, Kate.
So if you're a black man that dies in Atlanta, it's going to be a 60-day hold before you're allowed to go into heaven, because they got to do a background check and make sure that you're not one of the ones behind all the crime and Buckhead and around.
So if you die and you got a Buckhead zip code, they're not going to let you go into heaven for 60 days.
He also announced that for all dudes that died wearing an ankle monitor, that monitor will remain on your spirit for all of eternity.
Hold it! He's half man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
What up, Gary?
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Thursday, a beautiful, beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news. Ricky, when I got this story, tears to my eyes, and I think it might bring tears to all y'all eyes as well. But Beyonce recently hinted, y'all, that she may be autistic. Now, she said, I enjoyed the silence as a kid. Now, Beyonce said, y'all, that she was slow to speak and lived a life of silence and solitude as a shy child. Now, they're saying the singer made the revelation in a new Harper's Bazaar cover interview to coincide with her 40th birthday, which is next month. Now, Beyonce confided that the first decade of her life was dedicated to dreaming. She said because she was an introverted child who was slow to speak. Now, she said, quote, I didn't speak very much as a child. She told that to Harper's, Bazaar magazine. She said, quote, I spent a lot of time in my head building my imagination. I am now grateful for those shy years of silence. Being shy taught me empathy and gave me the ability to connect and relate to people. Isn't that touching? I know, bless her soul. And she said she's no longer
where did you get autism?
That's what she said. That's what they said. And she said because she is no longer shy, but she had to learn to overcome her unfriendly demeanor if she wanted to win competitions as a child. She said, quote, I was competing in dance and singing competitions at age 7. When I was on stage, she said, I felt safe. I was often the only black girl, and it was then that I started to realize that I had to dance and sing twice as hard. She said, I had to have stage presence, wit and charm if I wanted to win. Now, they're saying that people with high functioning autism are typically diagnosed as adults. Now, they say famous people who are on the spectrum include Elon Musk, actor Wentworth Miller, and Dan Aykroyd. It's so touching. And I'm glad that she's really letting the world know about this and stuff. Because I didn't know this about Beyonce. I don't know if y'all may have known about it, but I didn't know about this either, y'all. So this is an interesting thing that she's telling the world, about it.
It is interesting because you can function very high on the spectrum, so that actually is really cool. That's very cool.
Yeah. So congratulations, Ricky. You said when you was younger, you used to look at buildings and dream and think about buildings and imagine with your imagination and stuff.
Oh yeah. They the teachers wasn't allowed to sit me by the window in class. Yeah. Porsha said that too. Because I remember one time Porsha said that, and I was crying laughing because I'm like, I thought it was just me that teachers wasn't allowed to sit. Because in third grade, from third grade through 8th grade, if you sat me by a window, I would look out that damn window and all kind of movies be going through my head. I'm seeing cars, I'd be scripts be in my mind, and I be acting out like we live, school was right by the project, so people be out there arguing or whatever, and I got the argument. I can't hear them, but I'm making up the argument in my head as they go, and so I had to sit way on the other side of the class, and then most years I sat. Was the kids sitting next to the teachers, like right next to the teacher's desk. So every year, so I was like, they were doing that to keep me out of special ed.
Exactly. All right.
Interesting. But I did get in take a special ed math class in high school or whatever. But the other I wasn't in there with the other students that had the helmets on because they got out at 12:30. We didn't get out at 3 o'clock. But they went to lunch at 9.
What was the name of your class?
School started at 8:30. They went to lunch at 9 and got out at 12. We didn't get out about 3:30, but then their parents would be out there and blowing at them. And the special ed students, they all knew the different horns. They knew the sound.
Okay, moving on. Thank you. Rick, I remember that story vaguely, so I'm glad you brought it back to us. All right, moving on. Another celebrity news, y'all. Porsha Williams. Speaking of Porsha, y'all, Porsha Williams, honey, reveals that she is leaving Dish Nation. Now, Porsha shared the news on Instagram that she will be departing the radio show after 8 beautiful years. Now, Porsha said is saying goodbye to Dish. Now, on Wednesday, the reality star shared the news, y'all, on Instagram that she will be departing the radio show after 8 years. Her last day as host will be August the 27th. She said, quote, goodbyes are never easy, and this one is especially hard. For the past 8 years, I've worked on one of the most fun, collaborative, exciting, and best produced shows on television. But as I continuously start new chapters in my life, it means I have to close others, y'all. She said, since 2013, everybody at Dish has been like family to me. There's a lot of people I've met along the journey that I'm incredibly thankful for. Williams continued, and whether it's on air or behind the scenes, she said they have endlessly supported my career and more importantly, my happiness, y'all. Now they're saying that Porsha may be having a new show that's coming out. If I'm not mistaken, she's gonna be doing a new show. That's going to be coming out. And they had said she confirmed, honey, whether or not she's going to be returning to season 14 of The Real Housewives of Atlanta. But they say, however, it appears her next chapter may still include Bravo, y'all. So congratulations goes out to Porsha, and she's going to definitely be missed on Dish Nation, y'all. So
A big shout out to Rock T for connecting all of us to Dish Nation. That was like Rock T's doing.
Yeah.
Like Rock T brought Dish Nation, to believe it or not, Rock T brought Dish Nation to the table. And Rock, we thank you because we have all benefited greatly, for being on Dish Nation. It was fun. It was hard work because you remember that you get off the air and have to sit in there for like 3, and then we would do Dish Nation during the morning show we was recording.
Yes,
and it was just crazy. But it was a lot of work went into that, man. So congratulations to Porsha. And
Didn't they let him go the first season though?
After the second season.
After the second season.
You know what,
Gary?
No, I don't mean it like that.
No, actually, it was 3.
3 seasons.
Made through 3 of them bad boys.
Yeah. The color today, honey, is one of my favorite colors. My color today, y'all, is coquito. On the high end, you say coquito, and on the low end, say beautiful tan. That's your color for the day. Thank you.
Yeah, they let him out at 12 o'clock.
You go now.
Hey, I was that instigator, Jack.
Y'all give it up for Gary with the T. All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show is 24 minutes after the hour. Y'all got your wake-up calls. Get at me, 866-9. Ricky, let's go.
Wake up, wake up, wake up. It's time to get yourself together. Cause he woke you up this morning, slid you in your house shoes, so it would be better. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Encourage each other and be productive. The Rickey Smiley Morning Show, wanna know what you calling from, so come on and tell us and just wake up.
Hey, this is Officer Price calling from San PD. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
My name is Stacy. I'm calling from Plaquemine, Louisiana. Wake up to my sister Debbie. Happy birthday, Debbie.
Yeah, this is Steve calling from Baton Rouge. I'd like to wake up my wife, Alvay Robinson. Wake up, get up out that bed.
Wake up, wake up, wake up.
First of all, I'd like to say good morning to everybody in Columbus, Fort Benning, Georgia, and also to the people down in Dade County, especially Liberty City. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Hi, this is the Solar Princess. Wake up, everyone, to the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Hey, call back, Solar Princess.
City, wake up. Columbus, wake up. Cincinnati, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up. West Palm Beach, wake up. And Greenville, wake up. Come on, Jacksonville, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Hey, appreciate it, Brett.
You're welcome, Ricky.
All right. Solar Princess, wherever you are, please call back. I miss her so much.
Super please.
What you be saying, Brett? What you be saying?
The king, Rickey Smiley.
Texas. State to state.
Unfiltered,
unapologetic.
It's just real talk.
Rickey Smiley Unleashed.
Hey, man, it's the bottom of the hour, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, I just want to share something. Man, listen, I just want to talk to all our young people out there. It's so crazy in today's time. And Brett, you know this, you just cannot say nothing to nobody about nothing because everybody's so damn sensitive nowadays. And especially with our young people, and that's why a lot of people are going astray and making a whole lot of mistakes because you just can't say nothing. You just can't. You can't get cussed out no more. You can't get corrected no more. And everybody feel like I'm free and I have the right to do and just say whatever I want to do. And now you got kids eating Skittles for breakfast. And I'm just using that as an analogy. You understand? Because when you let everybody have what they want, I had to tell a family member of mine, I said, stop asking kids what they want for breakfast. Whatever you make, that's what they eat.
That's right.
3-year-olds don't get to make a decision, and then all 3 kids want something different, and you done created chaos in the kitchen or whatever, and have turned yourself into a waitress. When my grandmother in Brett, your grandmother, you just bless whatever she put down in front of you.
Yes.
You just bless it and eat it, and
Amen.
Hopefully you'll get what you want next week or later during the week. And I just want to take the time to just tell all our young people, man, to stop being so sensitive. Because the topic this morning is the one critique that changed my life. And I know he's on another radio station. I have to shout out. I'm gonna shout out about 3 or 4 black men that have, like, in my adult years, had really just put me in a corner and got in my face and just literally cursed me out, where the average person, it would have really hurt their feelings and they probably never would have spoke to him again. But it was some of the best critique of my life. I never forget, the things that Steve Harvey turned this radio job over to me in Dallas, Texas on, if I'm not mistaken, Super Dave, KBFB 97.9 The Beat, the hip hop station, and we came into Dallas and we won, but we was doing all kind of crazy stuff on the air, making all kind of mistakes. And I remember, having dinner with Rickey Anderson, attorney Rickey Anderson out of Houston, and Rashawn McDonald. If you know Rashawn McDonald or follow him on Facebook, that was Steve Harvey's manager. And coincidentally, all of us are Omegas, and definitely Tom Joyner got off the air one morning and came over to the radio station right down the street and took me in the parking lot and gave me a good cussing out one day, and about something that he heard, that I did and mistakes that I was making. And I just really, really appreciate those curse outs, and definitely Boomerang say, hey, listen, you need to come to Dallas. We have an opportunity for you. And I say, hey, I just bought a house. And Boomerang called me back and just really just cursed me out and said, if you don't be in Dallas by this evening, we ain't ever fooling with you again. But he didn't say fooling. And I got to Dallas, went out to dinner with Steve or whatever. He said, what's up with the dreads? I said, hey, man, I'm just being me. I'm just rocking. He said, what endorsements do you have? I said, I don't have any endorsements. He said, okay, you need to go and get clean cut because you're about to start meeting with these radio people, and people are going to want to start endorsing. And I did that and didn't get offended. And I just had to take it like a man. And I'm telling you, man, that was some of the best critique I ever had. It has changed my life. It has changed my career. We have glasses in 800 stores all over the country, and all the endorsements and commercials that I have the opportunity to read every morning, and just following a super business protocol and learning how to tone it down a little bit and just be better and be respectful as to how I did things. And Russ Parr used to kind of curse me out a couple of times. Remember that dinner that time, Gary? Russ Parr took us out to dinner, and Russ sat at that table and looked me in the eye and just said some stuff, man, that anybody would just be almost offended. But man, I just sat there and I just took it. And that go all the way back to Little League football and coaching. Because I don't care how good you are at what you do, man. Everybody had a coach. Michael Jordan had a coach, and Michael Jordan coach had a coach. And if you don't position yourself where somebody can get in your face and curse you out or whatever and tell you what's good for you in your own good, you will never grow, because you don't know how to do stuff. Everything that I'm accomplishing now, Tom Joyner has already done it. Go to Tom Joyner house, you can look at his artwork and see the things that he have accomplished, and Steve Harvey too. Maybe not, I might not get where they are, but I'm just so glad I would not be where I am if it wasn't for people like Rashawn McDonald. Like, I was really going to jump on the morning show, on Steve Harvey morning show, and go to New York and be on the show with him and nephew Tommy. And Rashawn got on the phone and cursed me out. I said, no. He said, you have a voice and you need to be doing your own show. We appreciate you. Because me and Steve was arguing with Rashawn, and just the way he talked to me and just really just got at me, and Steve just kind of gave me that look like, yeah, you might want to listen to Mac. That's what we call Rashawn McDonald. And we did. And here we are, a big whole brand, the biggest radio platform, an urban radio platform in the country. And we wasn't even trying to take over when Tom Joyner. We were just minding our own business, doing our hip hop morning show, and they moved us over here, and we have this great opportunity. We're going to be doing big things in 2022. So we just so thankful, and I just want to encourage all young people, stop being sensitive. Go ahead and take the curse out. Go ahead and take the critique and get out of your feelings and take it like a man and man up and allow somebody to help you become better. Don't feel good all the time, but I promise you it work out during the end. And so I just want to thank Tom Joyner, Steve Harvey, Rashawn McDonald, Rickey Anderson, and Boomerang, these black men that got in my face and let me have it. And shout out to Alfred Liggins too, because I went through some rough times and here we are. So be open to critique, and I hope that helps somebody this morning. Y'all, more Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up.
Black Tony.
Yeah, Shaq.
supposed
I'm
to be
gonna
at
try
work.
not to get emotional right now. Like, I'm not gonna be there today because I'm not no good to nobody today right now. Not this morning. I'm not no good to nobody. I'm not gonna call because I'm too caught up in my feelings right now.
What happened, man?
Ain't nothing else. I think I might be a daddy again, and I just feel I'm overwhelmed. I'm overwhelmed with emotion. Sorry, right now.
So
I might be a daddy again, bro.
You got somebody pregnant?
My baby mama T. We over here. We finna go to the doctor office now. We gotta wait for the fraternity test to come back to let me know if I'm the daddy or not. Cause it's between me and some other folks. We trying to figure out which one of us it is. I'm so emotional right now because I love her so much, but it's some other dudes that's lined up. It might be their baby too. So we all just over here.
So you're not coming?
No, we all over here right now. We waiting on the other one to pull up. But right now, me, Pancake, Poochie, Bun, Light Skin Marco, he over here. Fat Rob just pulled up. Chicken, Hondo, he just pulled up. Drew on his way. Red Bone D say he gonna be here in a few minutes.
Who else?
Skinny Ray, it might be his or Monte.
Chris?
Draco said he was up in there too.
What about Chris?
Fluky, Big Chris and Little Chris.
Big Chris.
Both of them, big. Big Newton, Little Newton.
I'm talking about Big Chris that be at karaoke.
Yeah. Trav and Trey. They twins. They pulling up because they said they got the same DNA.
So you're right. You ain't taking a paternity test. You taking a fraternity test.
Hold it. He's half man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
It's Gary, baby. 7 minutes after the top of the hour. Gary with the T. What's up there, big dog?
Good morning, Rock T. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Thursday, a beautiful, beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. Brittany Renner. Y'all know who Brittany Renner is? Eva Bradshaw. Y'all know who she is?
That's that
Oh, you know her?
Oh, yeah.
You talk about her all the time.
Well, baby, Miss Brittany Renner, she's back and I love her. And she said some very touching things that I'm sure a lot of y'all may agree with. Now, Brittany, y'all, she's been catching a lot of flack, y'all, in recent weeks, honey, for her relationship, y'all, with PJ Washington. You know, PJ, he plays for the Charlotte Hornets, Rock T, I think it is. And, she gave birth to a beautiful bouncing baby boy, y'all, a few months ago. Well, now they're saying, y'all, that Brittany, honey, is actually, honey, some people are wondering, did she actually secure the bag after having a baby with baller PJ Washington? Now they're saying that the actual details surrounding their agreement have not been confirmed. But Miss Brittany, honey, is said to be receiving y'all only $200,000 a month in spousal support. But Brittany made a remark, honey, a while back ago, and the video has resurfaced, and everybody's saying, well, girl, is it true? Now, Brittany said that all athletes are dumb. She said they're very dumb. She said they don't believe in wearing condoms, honey. So she said if y'all girls want to come up with a good check, baby, just get with an athlete, honey, and you can get you a cute little check. And a lot of people are saying, why did she say that? Is that so? And is she really getting this $200,000, honey, from PJ? But I mean, I don't think she said nothing bad, though. I mean, saying the athletes are dumb. I mean,
he had a baby from that man just to get that check. She should be brought up on charges.
Why?
Because he was 18 years old when they first started dating, and he had first signed his contract. He was very young.
He was an
and
adult,
if you looked at her
honey,
on her Instagram, you would know that that's not fair. That's a deadly weapon. You can't go at no man like that and expect him to.
She is beautiful.
Good Lord, that's not fair.
To date Uzi Vert, and she dated Colin Kaepernick, according to the story. But I mean, honey, she did what she had to do, and he shouldn't have been so stupid, honey. Like she said, he should have been practicing safe sex or what have you, and he did. So
Gary,
you gotta pay this girl. What?
He couldn't handle this pressure. If you seen her Instagram, it's no way he was gonna strap up.
He 18, 19, 20, man.
No
Come
way.
on now.
Millions of dollars.
And he couldn't stand that pressure.
Well, guess what, honey? Pay Miss Brittany her $200,000 a month for her child support, baby. She deserves it. You got that baby, honey. Be like all them rappers out there polluting the world with all these babies and then walking away from them. So Miss Brittany needs to get her check. And like she said, athletes are dumb, honey. So just if you want one, she said just get you one because, baby, they don't wear condoms. So congratulations, Brittany, and good luck to you in your endeavors. All right, moving on in other celebrity news, y'all. 50 Cent, y'all. Now he talking again. He saying the baby, y'all gonna bounce back, honey. He said if Chris Brown came back 5 or 6 times, why the baby ain't gonna be able to come back or whatever? And a lot of people saying, really? But now, this is something that was very interesting, that he said that I found, Bless his soul. Even said, he said, but you know, the baby didn't have no publicist. He said, honey, he didn't have nobody. He said they wasn't teaching A&R. They didn't have A&R and all that other stuff. He said he just transitioned from being in that pool that everyone's in as a rap artist. He said they didn't notify him that he was turning into a superstar. There's nobody that tells you that you're now being held to these standards that are mainstream standards, that you can't say things, that you can't do these things. He said he's just 2 years into his career. There's no artist development, no A&R, and he's definitely had no media training. Brad, how you feel about that?
I think that 50 feels how he feels. We are responsible, and we're all adults, and we're responsible for things we say, and that's how I feel about it.
What about the A&R? Didn't you have A&R when you started your career?
Yeah, we all had all of that. Some people didn't have media training, but you kind of know from going to different outlets what to say and what not to say. And I mean, in the climate of the world today, you just have to be very careful. Like Ricky said earlier, you can't say nothing, really. So you just have to be careful because you're going to be held accountable for whatever you say.
Yeah, poor baby. Well, we just hope and pray all goes well with all parties involved in this situation. Yeah. Okay, yeah. All right. And then my final story, y'all, baby, Miss Beyonce, honey. She's speaking out because she's on the cover of Harper's Bazaar magazine, so she's telling it all, honey. Now, she revealed, y'all, that she struggles with insomnia. She said, honey, in the cover story of Harper's Bazaar magazine, they're saying that the middle-aged singer says years of touring took a toll on her body in unhealthy ways. Now she struggles, y'all, to get a good night's sleep, honey. She told Harper's Bazaar, I think like many women, I have felt the pressure of being the backbone of my family and my company and didn't realize how much that takes toll on my mental and physical well-being. She said, I have not always made myself a priority. She said, I personally struggle with insomnia from touring for more than half of my life, years of wear and tear on my muscles from dancing in heels, the stress on my hair and skin from sprays and dyes to the heat of a curling iron and wearing heavy makeup while sweating on stage, y'all. And they paid me millions of dollars to do that. Isn't that sad? Y'all celebrities,
I can definitely understand where she's coming from, though.
But how much she got? How much she made again?
Yeah, but she sacrificed a lot. Would y'all say?
Absolutely.
Yes. That's a hell of a lot of sacrifice.
Yeah, but yeah, that's a lot of sacrifice. But I don't think Keisha agree, honey. Keisha like, okay, girl, and you made all this money, honey, and stuff, you know. So we all had to make sacrifices. But she didn't make
it lying down, Gary. She made it working her literal tail off. Time zone, time zone, flight to flight, practice, rehearsal, recording. I mean, the lady works.
But is lying down different though from what she did? I mean, isn't it work is work?
Most people don't keep up with that kind of schedule, though, Gary.
Okay.
At all. Beyonce's 24 hours are different than anybody else's 24 hours.
Oh, yeah. And quick for free one today, honey. Robin, y'all, comes out as a bisexual with the new Batman comic book, y'all. So pick it up and read it.
Really?
Yeah. So the color today,
ain't nobody trying to see that.
It's favorite color. My color today, y'all, is Coquito. On the high end, you say Coquito, and on the low end, you say beautiful tan. That's your color.
He always kind of had a little feminine tendencies, though.
Yeah, but don't nobody need to know all that.
Right, you talking about
that's
back
too
in
much
the day,
information.
old school Robin?
Yeah, Robin, but he can fight though, Jack. That's your
Batman and Robin?
Yeah.
There's a lot of them that can fight.
The Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
It's the front page news. It's what's trending now.
All right, it's 26 minutes after the top of the hour, man. Let's get into this story. So recently, a Texas high school principal opened up about an incident that happened in 2019 when he celebrated his wedding anniversary with his wife by posting a picture on Facebook of the two of them kissing. Now, the picture in question was a professional shot photograph of Dr. James Whitfield and his wife on the beach celebrating their 10-year wedding anniversary. They're an interracial couple, by the way. Dr. Whitfield and his wife believe he received a call from the Grapevine Colleyville School District Superintendent because he is black and his wife is white. They say it's racism. Others believe the photo is just too racy. Now, the district supervisor emailed Dr. Whitfield requesting the picture to be removed from social media because he wanted to avoid any conflict. Most people on Twitter say the picture was a sweet moment with his wife. But others believe that administrators and teachers should be held to a different standard when it comes to social media. So what do you guys think, man? Should school districts have on their employees' social media posts? Hit us up right now, 866-9-RICKY. Now, personally, I don't have a problem with it. Ain't like they butt naked or whatever. So let's go around the room and talk about this. Eva, what you think?
So this specific picture, no, I don't think there's an issue. However, people do have to take account that background checks and knowing someone's past is what employers look for. And now in the age of social media, the easiest way to find it is to look on your Facebook page or your Instagram page. So you do have to be cautious and conscious about what you post because you could lose your job.
Brigitte Tat.
I kind of agree with Eva. You have to be careful about what you post. I mean, if you know you don't have a job and you're trying to get a job or they could possibly look at that, then you should think about that. That is definitely how they do part of your background check. They want to see what you act like, what you looking like, if you wilding. I mean, get another page or something if you that wild out person, but you need to keep it clean if you're trying to get a job.
Gary.
I think that, you know, the picture of the teachers or whatever, I think they shouldn't post stuff like that because it's confusing to the children. Because if they thought Mr. Leroy, you know, being an African-American teacher, they may have thought that maybe his wife looked more like him, and when they saw the woman that didn't look like him, it confuses the children.
So that's your problem?
Yeah, so they shouldn't post their personal lives on social media because everybody have access to that, and it's just confusing to the children. So I don't think they should post. I don't post my personal stuff. I just post work.
Yeah, because if I was a parent and went in to see, if I was a parent and went into class and see this person that I saw at the strip club the night before just wilding out and drunk, and I'd be like, oh my God, I don't want to leave my child with this person, you know.
Or somebody you follow on Instagram only to realize they're your kid's teacher.
Yeah.
Okay, but did y'all see the picture?
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't think that the issue, I think partially he was probably right. I think there's probably some people above him that did have an issue with the whole interracial thing.
Yeah.
But I think the picture in question is a little bit approaching that line. And I think being an administrator in a public position, you probably should not post nothing like that because you are kind of a public figure.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Well, let's go to the phone lines, man. The question is, should school districts have a say on their employees' social media posts? Rickey Smiley Morning Show, good morning. What you think?
No, they shouldn't because they're still human beings. You know, they still have a life that they live. Now, if it's nudity, maybe that should be regulated or they should just know better. But no, I mean, they're still humans.
An educator in Texas. Absolutely not. As long as it's not illegal or, you know, naked pictures, no, they should not.
Yes, ma'am, absolutely, because nowadays these teachers that are getting hired are practically still students themselves or younger in the early 20s. And social media is what people use to bully, to expose people as well. So, yeah, that should be monitored.
I don't think that it should matter. Whatever he does outside of work with his wife is his business. Be worried about it. It's not like he's going against the code of ethics for educators and administrators.
I don't think they should, but because we live in a sensitive world, as mentioned earlier, they're going to. So people need to be responsible and keep their private stuff private.
Yeah. Now, Gary, you say you don't post your private stuff, but didn't you post yourself wearing a thong on your social media?
That's not private. That's public. I mean, because I was on a beach. I was on the beach and I was tanning with friends. So there you have
Gary,
the picture.
that is very private, sir.
That should be considered graphic violence against the eyes.
That to me, that's eyes that need to be closed and not look at my beautiful picture in my bikini.
So if you didn't get in this morning and want to continue the conversation, let's head on over to RickySmileyMorningShow.com or hit us up on social media. We got more Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up, and don't go to Gary's social media page and look at himself in a thong. You will want to be
beautiful.
It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Rinse your eyes out with Clorox.
Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 3 things that you need to know. Filling in for our brother Jeff Johnson, we got Bakari Sellers back on the show, man. Bakari, welcome back to the show, my man.
Man, thank you so much. I like coming out the bullpen, man. Y'all call me whenever you need me.
Let's go, baby. Let's close it out, baby. What you got?
So three things you need to know. We got some good news, some very good news, and then we got some bad news. So the good news first. Just this week, Chuck Schumer and members of the United States Senate in a bipartisan fashion passed a $1 trillion infrastructure package. Now, I know some of y'all saw your stock portfolio go up yesterday if you're watching it. But what that's going to do is increase access to broadband. It's going to make sure that we put money in our roads and bridges because we know, especially in the South, our roads are just jacked up. It's going to make sure that we put money in railway so we can get to places faster. It's just an overdue investment in our infrastructure. And they passed a $3.5 trillion proposal to invest in human and social infrastructure. So basically housing, schools, family, and healthcare. So some of our hospitals that are falling apart, some of our schools that are falling apart, all of those things. It's about $4.5 trillion that the Senate passed, $1 trillion in a bipartisan fashion that's going to be invested into our economy. So when we talk about what is the Senate or what is the House and Senate or administration doing, this is actually legitimate things that are going to help change people's lives and invest into the economy we need. So that's the good news. The very good news is some of y'all may not know, but you're going to get the next installment, as much as $300 for each child, 6, and $250 for each one ages 6 to 17 is scheduled to hit your bank accounts tomorrow. Now, if it don't come by Monday, don't be calling the government. Bakari said it was going to be there Friday. It's on the way. We know that a lot of times people have trouble with just basic expenses, especially now, childhood expenses, getting people back into schools. And so this child tax credit is going to be hitting your account tomorrow. So that's the very good news. You know, I think that people have to realize that this is something that's been long overdue, but it's been having a big impact on families. Remember, your first one came July 15th, and your next one should hit tomorrow. So that's the good news, and that's the very good news. And then we got the bad news that I hope y'all chime in on. Just yesterday, there was an article that came out. Fifth graders at one suburban Atlanta elementary school were sent home due to high numbers of positive COVID tests. The students began going virtual from today through the 20th. It was in Cobb County. Also, Clayton County Public Schools confirmed that as a precaution, at Kemp Primary School in Hampton, Georgia, they will operate virtual as well. We're starting to see this around the country. In Kershaw County, South Carolina, which is right outside of Columbia, South Carolina, the Kershaw County School District has announced that 100 students tested positive for COVID. According to the school district's dashboard, 113 students and 19 staff members have tested positive. Of those 113, 48 were elementary, 31 were middle, and 34 were high schools. And 541 students have had to be quarantined, as well as 9 administrators and staff. So as we're sending kids back to school, it's a real issue. And I don't know how y'all feel about it, but having a conversation about whether or not your kids are going to wear masks.
Because I know some parents are for it, and there's some parents are against it. What are your thoughts on that?
I don't think there's anything to lose. I mean, I'm a parent of toddlers. One of my 2.5-year-olds is immunocompromised. I mean, what is there to lose if your child wears a mask? I mean, you actually reduce the risk of them catching the virus. And we know that children under 12 can't be vaccinated. So we have to do everything we can to take care of the least of these. And so we're starting to see it pop up around the country, and it's going to happen to your school. And we want to make sure that it's not your kid that gets sick. So, yeah, put a mask on your kids.
Right, and it's sad that the leaders, supposed leaders, are not leading in pursuing those type of mandates, but they're playing politics with these kids' lives.
It was just an article that came out that Senator Ted Cruz from the great state of Texas, you know, he sends his kids to a school, a $30,000 private school that has a mask mandate, but he's out here fighting against mask mandates. So that's the type of politics that we're seeing, and it's popping up in Atlanta, it's popping up in South Carolina. This virus is not going away because we didn't do what we were supposed to do. And so, yeah, we'll be wearing a mask in school. Whether or not they keep it on, it's a whole different struggle, but we'll try. But, you know, we're hopeful that everybody takes that same initiative going forward.
We're talking with the homie Bakari Sellers, man, filling in for Jeff Johnson with 3 things you need to know, man. We appreciate you stepping in and filling us in with all that. How can people follow you on social media?
Man, thank you for that. Bakari_Sellers on Twitter and Bakari Sellers on Instagram. Thank y'all for reaching out to me. I'm here whenever you need me.
Y'all stay tuned, man. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Woo! Man!
Come on now.
There'll never be another Patti LaBelle, man. 4 minutes after the top of the hour, it's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Songs that stay in your head all day. Patty LaBelle, I don't know who's more excited between Gary and Brett because Brett.
Oh, we both, honey.
Baby.
Let me tell you something.
Lord have mercy.
I am a heterosexual male. That makes me want to put on a gown and go twirl in the drag show. I promise you.
Oh, Special K, well, you just go right ahead and do what you used to do, baby.
Help me get dressed, Gary. Help me get dressed. I'm hitting that stage tonight somewhere.
Gary, can you take us through this song real fast?
Yes,
Gary?
honey. Oh my God, and if I'm not mistaken, Brad, help me out now. I know when she sings this song in concert, she has a big projector up, and it's showing all the friends of hers that passed on, honey. And that was really brought tears to my eye when you just looked at Luther Vandross, Michael Jackson, all the people that she was friends with, her 3 sisters that died. And she put that screen up, and it just shows that. But she said, the lyrics says that you are my friend. She said, I never knew until then, my friend. She said, you hold my hand, you might not say a word, but I see your tears when I show your pain. And then she goes down to the part that I really like, Brandon. You may like this part as well. She said, the thought of you helps me carry on when I feel all hope is gone. She said, I see the world with brand new eyes. Your love has made me realize my future looks bright to me. Oh, because you are my friend.
Preach!
Yes, baby. Isabel wrote that song, honey.
Yes, she did, honey. She said, I've been looking around and you was here all the time.
All the time.
All the time.
Man.
All the time.
It's just how.
know what I've been doing and
Go ahead, Brad. Go ahead, Brad. It's that part right there. Say that again.
you know what I've been doing and
Yes,
Tell y'all something, man. Listen, let me go ahead and bring on one of our family members, man. People may know her as Cora in many of Tyler Perry's productions. She's also a Grammy Award and Lifetime Achievement Stellar Award winning gospel great. Please welcome our dear friend and sister, Tamela Mann, to the show. Before we go any further, Tamela, what is your favorite Patti LaBelle song or moment?
I think this you know what? I actually did a cooking show with her, and it was so amazing just being in the kitchen cooking with her, and we did some salmon croquettes, y'all, and it was amazing. They were amazing. But this song, You Are My Friend, but it made me think about Jesus. I hate to be deep this morning. Because I've been looking around, and he was there all the time.
All right, baby. Yes.
But I love her. Y'all, the thing is that she's so genuine. And I mean, she's sweet to everybody, whether you have a name or not. She's just really, really a nice person.
Absolutely. Absolutely, man. Well, that's Patti LaBelle. We got another great with us right now. So you've been working hard in the studio all year. And today we celebrating the release of your new album, Overcomer. This is your time to shine and tell us about it.
Overcomer is talking about the last 5 years. It's been 5 years since I released the project, but it's talking about some obstacles that I've been dealing with and going through over the last 5 years. I had double knee replacement, was working and dealing with that pain, and then I also made up my mind to work on my health and wellness, that journey, and the other part of it is menopause that a lot of us women go through, but we really don't hear a lot about or talk about. That took me for a loop, and I'm still working through all these sweats and stuff. Oh God, help me. But I'm just really just talking to everybody and trying to be an encouragement to people that we can overcome whatever your obstacle may be, that we can overcome, we can achieve, and we can conquer. So I'm just talking about all those things in this album, and hopefully it's going to be it's been an encouragement to me that I still have my source, which is God. I can go to him for whatever I need. He is that friend that I need, and I ain't got to worry about my business being in the street.
Okay.
What? And he is taking care of me. So we're talking about overcoming, you guys.
With being an overcomer as the overall theme of this album, and you taking a lead on the writing portion of this album, and you telling us about all the obstacles that you have overcome, what do you think was the hardest obstacle you've ever had to overcome?
Ooh, and I'm still working through it. It's a day, but this weight, man, this weight has been an issue my whole life, and I'm just determined that I'm going to overcome, and I'm just working through it. Like I say, it's a day-by-day process, and when I sit down and talk to all the producers and writers on the album, I came from a place from the heart of what I wanted to talk about.
and I've never done that before. So I'm really, really connected to this project that, I feel these songs that I need help. Like my single that's out now is called Help Me, that it's okay to ask somebody for help when you're in need. You don't have to be ashamed. You can lay your pride down. You can be transparent and just ask for these things. So that mainly is my biggest issue that I have dealt with my whole life, and it's like I really want to overcome it, and it really makes me sorrowful because I know that I'm not in this thing alone. So I'm just reaching out and talking to other people and to let them know too that with God's help we can do it. We can do all these things.
Well, Tamela, you look absolutely stunning to us, okay? There was then and now posts on social media, and fans were going crazy over the new photo shoot images you released. So I don't know what you're talking about, but, and a lot of women, most of us, all of us really be trying to lose weight for real. We just grew up loving food and eating good. You got to finish your plate before you get up from the table. That's how we were raised. But what do you feel helped you most during this transformation? How did you stay strong to get through?
Well, especially going through this COVID thing, just keeping my sanity was just actually starting to walk and just talking to God, meditating on just doing better, just making better decisions, and what I'm choosing. But like I say, some days is great and some days it's not.
Some days you need an oxtail.
or a fried pork chop.
Come on now.
Come on, let's get it.
So it's just being, I'm just trying to be, honestly, Brad, trying to be honest with myself, looking in the mirror and just basically talking to myself that you can do this. I believe in me, and that's kind of, I'm just kind of confirmation, just speaking affirmation over myself that you can do it. Yes. So that's been kind of my walk every day.
Man. So go ahead, Gary.
Okay, so Tamela, first of all, I want to thank you for inviting me to the listening party. I was there in spirit. I was.
I'm gonna shoot you in your.
Okay. So Tamela, do you have any new films or shows in the works after the album?
We have new episodes coming from Assisted Living with Tyler Perry Assisted Living on BET that's coming. We did a new movie that's coming out this Christmas that me and David did. Is called Soul Santa. That's going to be on BET as well. And then we also did another movie with Tyler coming back. Hallelujah, my dear. It's called My Dear's Homecoming. But y'all, he said he called us and he was like, we just need to make people laugh. And it is going to be a funny movie. It's going to be on Netflix. And when I tell you, these comedians, my husband, bless his heart, Mr. Brown, is doing some things. Y'all not going to believe what's happening. But it is so funny. And he incorporated this new character from overseas. That's actually this young man, Brandon, he played kind of like a character like Madea over in, wait a minute, oh God, where he from? He from somewhere. Praise the Lord. Ireland.
There it is.
But it is so funny. So I'm really excited about everybody seeing it. But I'm just really overwhelmed with Overcomer that I need everybody to go download, stream, share it, and tell somebody, because I promise you guys, I did a song with Wycliffe on here, guys.
What?
Oh, yeah.
I did. Me and Kirk, I told Kirk I wanted to do a Caribbean tune, so when I go over there to let them know that I love their music and to have something to give back. And Wycliffe was playing this, Kirk was doing an interview with him, I'm going to hurry up, doing an interview with him, and he told him that he played this clip of a little chant of saying, hello, God. And he was like, I need this for my sister, Tamela Mann. And he said, do you know her? And he was like, yes. So actually, he was like, well, I want it. So he sent it over to him. He connected us. And y'all, it's just simply a happy song. When you wake up in the morning, just give thanks. Just give God a wave off and just saying, hello, God. Yes. And it is so smashing, you guys. It is, right. I'm telling y'all.
Man, everything you touch is smashing, Tamela, man. So we just want you to know that we're so proud of you, and you always welcome on this show anytime. Thanks a lot for just, sharing your time and sharing your life with us. And we're going to make sure that everybody downloads your new album, Overcomer. Not only that, we're going to play your new single called Help Me right on the other side of this break right here, man. So y'all give it up and show some love for our sister, Tamela Mann.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. Y'all have a blessed day. Love y'all.
Hey, new single, Help
Y'all
Me,
be
coming
safe.
up next on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Let's
News headlines.
Entertainment. Sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
27 minutes after the top of the hour. Front page starts right now. Eva Marcia,
Good
what's
morning, Rock. Good morning, Rock T. Good morning, everyone, and happy Thursday. I'm your girl, Eva Marcille, here with a quick look at your front page news. So over 98% of Americans now live in an area with high or substantial risk of COVID-19 community transmission. Now, as of a month ago, that number was only 19%. Yesterday, the CDC urged all pregnant women to get vaccinated against COVID. Meanwhile, the FDA is updating its emergency use authorization for Pfizer and Moderna vaccines to let people with weakened immune systems get a third dose. Some schools, like several in Cobb County in Georgia, have gone back to virtual learning to keep kids safe. And California just became the first state to require that all teachers and staff be vaccinated or undergo weekly testing. Now, in international news, the Taliban has taken control of 3 more capitals in Afghanistan, and control of 2/3 of the country. But President Biden is not revising his decision to remove all U.S. troops by the end of the month. And the final 2020 census data is set to be released today, and it is expected to set off a fight over congressional redistricting. And last but certainly not least, in weather updates, Tropical Storm Fred made landfall in the Dominican Republic and could hit Florida later this week. So y'all mask up and be safe out there. All right, that was a quick look at your front page news. For more, log on to the RickeySmileyMorningShow.com. Rock T, the sports genius. What's going down in sports?
already, Eva. That's what they call me. Let's start off with Steph Curry, man. He signs a 5-year contract extension with the Golden State Warriors. He's the first player in NBA history to sign 2 $200 million contracts. He said, listen, man, Golden State is his home, and he's very excited about the future of the franchise and getting back to that championship status. Former NBA star Isaiah Thomas. I'm not talking about the Isaiah Thomas that used to play with the Pistons back in the day. I'm talking about the other Isaiah Thomas. He dropped 81 points in a pro-amateur game this past weekend. The crowd gave him a standing ovation. He got a little bit emotional, started tearing up a little bit. He mentioned on Twitter that, man, the world gave up on him when he was at a down point in his life, so he really appreciated that standing ovation right there. Former NBA star J.R. Smith. He's going to be enrolling as a student into North Carolina A&T, another one of our fine HBCUs, man. If y'all don't know, he skipped college, man, to enter the NBA draft back in 2004. He's also going to try out for the North Carolina A&T golf. Yes, he plays a little bit of golf. And if I'm not mistaken, I don't think the NCAA has a rule where former pro players can't go to college to play another sport.
I don't think nobody ever tried to do it.
You know what I'm saying? So this is his first time going to college, and just, even though he's 35 years old, I think he can go and play another sport. So it is what it is, man. I'll look into that and get back to you on that. But big ups to J.R. Smith for doing that. That's what I got right now. Follow me on social media at Rock T Holla. The brat got the hot spot right. Yeah.
The hot spot.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot and this hot. You can catch me at the hot spot. It's the BR18.
Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brat Tat Tat, and this is the Hot Spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. Jeopardy announced its permanent host yesterday, and yes, I said hosts with an S because there are 2 of them. Okay, so as expected, executive producer Mike Richards has been tapped as the main host. He'll do the regular nightly syndicated show, but Mayim Bialik from The Big Bang Theory will host primetime specials and spinoffs for ABC, including the upcoming National College Championship. According to an official statement, Mike is that unique talent at ease behind the podium and a double threat as producer and host. Mayim has a wonderful energy, an innate sense of humor, and an authentic curiosity that naturally represents the Jeopardy brand. Now, a lot of fans are upset because the favorite contender in the running, LeVar Burton, former host of Reading Rainbow, was not chosen for either of the hosting positions, but he did get a chance and he got put back out into people's faces, so hopefully somebody picks him up because LeVar Burton...
That's racist.
What? Don't do that.
We need to cancel them. That's racist.
But okay.
I'm joking.
I was gonna say it did put him in the light. It put him in the light. You know, obviously the host wanted to be the producer wanted to be a star too. So
didn't he pick himself?
He picked himself.
All of the videos, all of the
released this beauty, right? If you don't want the producers all in the videos,
that's like judging a beauty contest and voting yourself the winner.
Dancing, all up in the videos,
right? Oh my God, y'all! Halle Berry is opening up about her how her post-Oscar jobs prospects were not quite what she envisioned. You know, she made history in 2002 at the Oscars after she became the first and to date only black woman to win Oscar for Best Actress. Well, while that made history, it didn't influence her acting career in the way she expected. She said it was surprising because I thought they were going to just back the truck up and drop the job offers off at my house. But when you have a historic win like that, you think, oh, this is going to fundamentally change. She said, and it did. It changed her, but it didn't change her place in the business overnight. She said she had to go back to work, and she still had to fight to make her way out of Norway. She said, it's like, okay, I that's a film I can't say I'm totally in love with that I did, but she said this isn't a hobby for her. This is how she takes care of her children. She said, I try to keep that sense of wonder and stay curious because being a black woman, I haven't always had parts that I absolutely love. Wow.
You know what? Ricky have a former manager that used to always say, honey, you will get your news, honey. And she got her news. Yeah. The same thing that happened to Cuba Gooding Jr., the same thing that happened to Monique. Everybody black win an Oscar. That's all you get is an Oscar, but you ain't going to get no big time movies.
Yes, honey. It ain't like they
Jamie
give you
Foxx, Jennifer Hudson.
Yep. They That's still keep you in the same place.
That's right.
Oh, Lord have mercy. But we're going to have to pray for all them people and keep ourselves in prayer at the same dang on time.
That's why we need to be proud to get our Soul Train Awards here. We need to be.
I am proud. Okay. I got a couple, and I was very proud.
Trumpet.
Yep. All of them. Yep, all of them. All right, y'all, we're going to wrap up the hot spot on that note, but coming up next, we got the praise mixed down. You can catch me at Brett on all my social media. You can catch me tonight on Brat Loves Judy on WeTV at 9, 8 Central. That's right, Brat TV. Brat Loves Judy, WeTV. And that's me and my baby show, and I appreciate y'all for all the love and support. The time now is 26 minutes before the top of the hour. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.